give us your support in every way that you can. If we do not stand up for Ireland now, if we do not stand for freedom and liberty, if we do not stand against tyranny and political and administrative corruption, then future generations of Irish men and Irish women will never forgive us. I urge you all to raise your voices and to stand by this great country, to stand for freedom and to stand by the Irish Republic. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, would you believe, well, I'll talk about it a bit later, but we've got to make clear that our body does not belong to the state. Our children do not belong to the state. And as we're here, inside the National Library, held by the National Library today is an event for drag queens. So it's very clear, once you take crosses out of the school, they bring cross-dressers in immediately. Our children are not playthings of the state, and get into this later, but I will introduce Conor O'Leary, the most handsome member of the Irish Freedom Party. He's going to talk about the effect of the lockdown on students. Give him a big bulla boss.
Thanks, Dermot. Steve, this is Mr. Conor. One thing that has stood out to me for a long time now is how much easier it is to express the impact COVID is having than it is to express the impact lockdown is having. This, coupled with scaremongering by the regime media, has greatly inflated the perceived danger of COVID, which has led to restrictions being put in place that have caused more damage than they have prevented. Despite it being more difficult to express the impact of lockdown, many great people, many of whom are here today, have managed to shine light on the effects lockdown has had on areas such as mental health, the economy, and non-COVID related healthcare. My own first-hand experience of the lockdown is as a student. Unfortunately, students are not in this together. When in-person teaching and facilities are revoked, those that do not have the right environment at home are severely disadvantaged. While many students have a stable home environment and a quiet space with a computer, a desk and a solid internet connection, many do not and have spent more than a year hamstrung by their study environment. That aside, the effect of not being among peers for months on end bears a social and an educational toll on many students. These conditions are not due to COVID, they are due to the lockdown. While it is hard to put numbers behind the damage done by lockdown, that certainly will not stop people like me from speaking out on this matter. Thank you.
That's okay, I'll let on to be tall. I put my neck up. So, you've had a good time. Let me tell you, when the government is afraid of the people, you have democracy. When the people are afraid of the government, you have tyranny. The government communication strategy about COVID is very, very simple. Engender fear. Make people afraid and bend them to your will. The government wants you to be afraid, whereas what do we want? Freedom! To work, to travel, to see our families, and do as we please. In South Africa, they had racial apartheid. Now in Ireland, what are they looking to do? Introduce medical apartheid. Thanks, Madam McGrath, very good. And think about it, once the state can tell you or coerce you in any way to put a chemical or biological agent inside your body, what can they not do? What can they not do? Worse than coming into your home, forcing something into your body is almost beyond belief. That anybody